I got all my stripes in this motherfucker, so just call me Colonel Cash Out. You niggas like it. Let me show you how I'm coming. I'm better known as Hood Star. If you don't know me from the hood, check me out on World Star. Shout out to my shooting guard, yeah, he'll shoot. If we catch.
Greetings, Never Quitters. What the Greetings, Never Quitters. Welcome back to another video, man. And today we're gonna be talking about toughness, the importance of being tough, and why you gotta be tough. I'm gonna start by saying, this is something I had to really come to the conclusion to, like, desperately, like bad. I needed to come to the conclusion that being tough is very important, because if you're not tough, how you ever gonna get through stuff in life? And I also just want to say, life ain't all about being tough, obviously. There's multiple different levels to life, but this is just one of the many traits that you need to have. You need to acquire as a man. You need to be able to be tough. You need to be able to be very tough. Okay? Being tough is so important. Because, life hits you. Like I said, life hits you like a train. When life hits you, life don't stop. You got to be tough. Very, very, very tough. Like I always mention. And I want to, give a little story about my, my past. A little backstory. I always mention my depression. And when I was depressed. Because, for one, I'm very comfortable with talking about it, because I'm in a much better place. Okay? So I'm very comfortable with talking about, where I was and the type of person I was. So it don't bother me. But because I'm not depressed now. But when I was depressed, guess what I wasn't? Tough. You see, I am so glad that I was depressed. Not for the simple fact like, oh yeah, it's just great to be depressed. It's great to feel those emotions. No, I'm glad that I was depressed, because it would have never made me tough. See how it all comes back? If it wasn't for that depression, I would have never became as tough as I am today. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You need experiences like that to make you strong, to make you tough. When I was depressed, I didn't see this at all. I saw no future for me. It was times where I was just thinking in my head. I was just, imagine myself in an apartment when I was older, years later, just still depressed with bags under my eyes. And like, I was just very gloomy, and then everything around me was just gray, like a grayish tone. It just was depressed. And I was just walking up to a coffee maker and pouring coffee in my mug and just pouring it slow, being so depressed, just repeating the same day over again. Depressed. That's all I saw for myself. I was weak, but I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It was because I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that this is what I needed to become in order to succeed in life. I didn't have the strength to believe in myself back then. So that's why I was depressed. Okay? It wasn't my fault. It was my fault, but I didn't know. I was a kid. I was young. It was a lot of things I didn't understand. It was a lot of things I didn't know that I needed to do. But now that I'm older, now that I'm a young man, and I'm coming up in the world, I get it now. This is what you need to be. You have to be tough. Very tough. In the real world, people don't care about your feelings. Simple as that. Nobody cares about how you feel. Not mommy, not daddy, not your auntie, not your grandma. It may seem like it. It may have seemed like it when you was little. When you get older, you're a man now. You're an adult. Don't nobody care about another adult. Not really. Not at first. You'll meet some people, in life as you progress through life. You'll meet lifelong friends and stuff like that. You might find a girlfriend. a wife. You know, you'll meet all those people later on. But when you starting off, especially when you start like me, nobody give a damn about you. You think people care about me? Most people don't care about me. That's not to say that nobody cares about me. But I'm talking about like really cares. And it's not, once again, I'm not looking at it in a negative way. I'm not looking at like, oh, nobody cares about me. You ain't gotta care about me. That ain't your job. I care about me. That's all that matters. Nobody has to care about me. They don't have to. It's not their responsibility. They're not obligated to. Nobody has to do anything. I can be dying on the side of a sidewalk with a bullet hole in my chest, and there's no rule that says that a stranger has to help me. There's not a rule that say that. Nobody gotta help me. Nobody has to do anything. So I understand it. That's one of the things you understand when you tough. This world, nobody owes you anything. Nobody will do nothing for you. If you're a man. Now, if you're a girl, I don't care how you feel about it. I'm just saying the truth. Girls can get away with a lot of stuff. You can be a pretty girl and a rich man will just take care of you. I can't do that. A rich woman won't take care of me. I'm black too. Please. No. Nobody cares about you. Like a lot of people. I ain't gonna say nobody, but a lot of people. I care about you. I just want to put that out there right now. If you feeling lonely, because I know it's a lot of people out there, I just want you to know right now, right off the jump. Like I don't have to, but I understand it's a lot of lack of love in the world. So what would I get for not care? I care. That's what I'm trying to say. I care about you. If you out there, I love you. Whoever you are, you may feel lonely. You have a friend in me. I promise. But still, I had to get you back on the right track, and I had to show you tough love. I love you, but I'm gonna be tough on you because we don't do no sugarcoating around here. We that's the only way you gonna make it in life. You gotta be tough. Tough as hell. I'm tough as hell. I'm tough as nails. I'm really tough. And I earn the right to say that because I've been through things and I still go through things, and I've come out on the other side of it alive and strong and thriving and flourishing. Okay, I know what I am. Tough. I'm super tough. It's not me bragging at all. I'm not bragging. Ooh, I'm just the toughest guy ever. No, I'm not saying that. But I know what I'm capable of. I'm tough. God damn it, I'm very tough. Dude, some of the stuff. I'm a tough bastard for real. I'm boy. Life made me this way. Just like I mentioned that depression, it made me tough. I'm thankful for it. And you got to be tough too. So, if you aren't tough, you might be one. Bang. You might be wondering, how do you become tough then? Well, the first step is you got to admit that you're not tough. If you're not tough, you have to admit to the fact that you aren't tough. You have to be like, okay, I'm not tough. I admit it. I'm not tough. That's the first step. The first step to anything, first step to getting over anything or acquiring something like that, acquiring toughness, you have to admit the fact that you aren't tough. You got to admit it. You got to be able to admit, you got to be like, okay, I'm not tough. And then the second thing is you got to go through hard experiences. It's common sense. If you're not tough, it's because you haven't been through nothing yet. Tough people, they've been through something. They got some stories for you. I got some stories for you. That's why I'm recording it and documenting it down. You see, tough people go through stuff. If you aren't tough, it's just simply because you haven't been through anything. Not anything really serious. Because if you've been through something super serious, something like was like really life-changing, you'll be tough. That's just how it goes. Either you're gonna be tough, or you just gonna be tough. Or you just gonna, I don't know, cry and submit like a bitch. But I don't know why you would do that. You should just become tough. You gotta go through stuff. Now, that don't mean purposely go out into the world and look for, hard situations to go through. I mean, you can with certain stuff. Like you can, like, okay, if you a kid and then your parents like always spoiled you all your life, try to do stuff without them. That could be a thing. Your parents always spoiled you, or just anybody in general, any of your family members, or it's just somebody in your life that always just did everything for you. Tell them to stop. That's something you can do. Be like, no, I want to do this on my own now. Okay? So that's what you do. And that experience will make you tough, but it won't. You got to keep going. You got to go through real stuff. That's a start. Like I said, that's a start, but you're going to have to go through some stuff. Okay? And one of the things I went through was depression. Made me tough. It was other stuff I was going through too that contributed to the depression and that added to it, and just other simple like other life stuff in general that was very hard to deal. I went through some very terrible things, but it created what you see before you, a beast. So that's all that matters. But you just got to become tough, man. It'll happen to you. You just got to want it, and you got to be able to come out of the fire a hardened person. And that's all I got to say. Have a good day. Stay positive and never give up.